Mission control. Looks like there's no signal.
Have you ever wondered what lies beyond our blue planet Earth? From molten seas to deadly parent stars, the cosmos is filled with alien worlds that will leave you in shock, and maybe even make you feel a little more grateful for your own cozy home planet Earth. Imagine a place where every day feels like a nightmare, or where the ground is anything but solid. Some planets have a surface so hot that they could melt your shoes in seconds, or some are filled with toxic gases from which you can die in under nanoseconds. Thanks to telescopes like Kepler and Hubble, and now James Webb, we have found over 5,496 exoplanets. While scientists search for planets like ours, they have found anything but Earth-like. So let's see who is the deadliest of them. Number 9. Kepler 78b. Let's talk about Kepler 78b, a planet that's a lot like Earth in some ways. It's what we call a terrestrial planet. Kepler 78b is quite the speedy traveler, completing a full orbit around its parent star in just 8.5 hours. It's quite a reflector too, bouncing back 20% to 60% of the starlight that comes its way. This rocky world has a similar size to that of Earth, and there's a good chance it has an iron core just like our planet does. Sounds like a perfect spot for some interstellar trick-or-treating, doesn't it? But let's not pack our bags just yet. This planet has chosen an up-close and personal orbit, snuggling in about 40 times closer to its star than Mercury does to the Sun. This cosmic wonder brings its surface temperature to a blazing range between 2,300 potassium, 2,030 degrees Celsius, 3,680 degrees Fahrenheit, and 3,100 potassium, 2,830 degrees Celsius, 5,120 degrees Fahrenheit. It's so hot that any stable atmosphere it might have had was stripped away, leaving behind a planet of liquid and solid components. That's even hotter than the lava we find on our own planet. Francesco Pepe points out that while Kepler 78b might be Earth-sized, it's more like a world of lava rather than an Earth-like haven. What's really fascinating is that we don't have a clear idea of how planets like Kepler 78b came to be. It's a space mystery that scientists are still trying to unravel. Number 8. Gliese 1214. Gliese 1214b may seem appealing at first sight, a planet that is super Earth-size and water-rich. Sounds promising, right? But things can take a serious turn. Ever imagined what it's like to be slowly roasted? Well, if you happen to land on this planet, you'd have quite the first-hand experience. While Gliese 1214b does hold water, it's not the kind you'd want to take a sip of. Instead of quenching your thirst, this water is wrapped in bone-crushing pressures and high temperatures, because water here transitions into an ionic or plasma form within the lower layers of its interior. And that's not all. Lurking beneath its atmosphere is a deadly dense ocean. In a sense, you could say this planet acts like an egg cooker on an extreme scale. Number 7. 55 Cancri E. Within the vast expanse of space, a celestial body known as 55 Cancri E revolves around a star similar to our own sun. Despite its intriguing nature, the surface of this planet is far from welcoming, as it is cloaked in a layer of scorching molten lava. The sky above turns into a radiant display when the hot lava reflects its light onto the dark part of the planet. This sight is always changing because only one half of 55 Cancri E is lit up by the star, while the other half stays in constant darkness. Having been brought into our awareness in 2004, this planet embarks on its cyclical journey, completing a full orbit around its parent star in a remarkably brief span of 0.7 days. Number 6. Jupiter. Jupiter is not exactly an alien planet, but before you brush off Jupiter as non-scary, let us tell you, it's not exactly your dream vacation spot. Imagine, just for a moment, that you somehow found yourself on Jupiter. Well, let's paint a picture of what would unfold, and trust us, it's not pretty. First off, prepare for an icy chill, as you contend with bone-numbing temperatures plummeting to a frigid minus 166 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 110 degrees Celsius. But that's just the beginning. Next up, a deadly dose of radiation from the planet's toxic gases would be your unwelcome companion. And as if that wasn't enough, Jupiter's intense gravity would start its relentless work, slowly but surely crushing every bone within you. And the pressure would build and build until your head would quite literally explode. Quite the nightmare, right? But even with boasted gravity, mass, temperature, and other Earth-like factors, it lacks a solid surface. That means if you were to make a leap, you'd be falling endlessly, caught in a cosmic freefall. So if going to Jupiter was on your agenda, it might be time to reconsider your interplanetary plans. Number 5. TYC 8998761b. Imagine a planet so freshly born that its bright shine can be spotted through telescopes on Earth. The star it orbits around is quite young, just 17 million years old in the grand scheme of astronomy. Scientists at NASA call this world a brown dwarf, which means it's not quite a star and not quite a planet. Brown dwarfs are like cosmic enigmas, and there's still a lot we don't know about them. How they look, what they're made of, and more. They're too massive to be planets, but not quite massive enough to be stars, NASA explains. The temperature on this new planet's surface is super hot, reaching around 1,400 degrees Celsius. And guess what? It even has a companion, a planet named TYC 8998761c, which was found in 2020. This planet completes a single orbit in a whopping 2,063.1 years. Number 4. GJ504b, the Radiant Giant. Meet GJ504b, a planet that's a whopping 4 times larger than our own Jupiter. Positioned 57 light-years away from Earth, this celestial marvel has caught the attention of NASA. GJ504b is still glowing warmly from the fiery process of its birth. If you were to see it up close, its color would appear as a subdued magenta. Interestingly, it's one of the lightest exoplanets discovered so far, carrying a temperature of around 237 degrees Celsius. When it comes to going around its star, which is relatively youthful, only 160 million years old, GJ504b likes to take its time, completing a full orbit in about 259.9 years. Number 3. PSRB 1257 plus 12b. Discovered in 1994, scientists have bestowed upon this planet the title of one of the creepiest ones. Its home is no ordinary star. It revolves around a pulsar, a neutron star that spins incredibly fast, born from the remnants of an enormous stellar explosion. The weird factor? Well, this world, like its pulsar mates, is far from friendly. Unwelcoming radiation from its intense star makes it quite an inhospitable place. It takes this planet about 25.3 days to make one trip around its star. Just another strange move. Number 2. TOI-849b. Unveiled in the year 2020, TOI-849b stands as a remarkable discovery. Yet this planet faces an ongoing battle as its atmosphere steadily escapes into the void as a consequence of its close proximity to its parent star. With a mass 40 times that of Earth and a near absence of atmosphere, TOI-849b presents a stark contrast to our home planet. NASA describes the plight of TOI-849b, stating that every day is a bad day on planet TOI-849b. Roughly half the mass of Saturn, this planet orbits a sun-like star situated more than 700 light-years away from Earth. Its orbit is so intimate that a full revolution around its star takes less time than a single Earth day. Amidst these challenges, the planet's surface temperature rises to a scorching 1,500 degrees Celsius, painting a picture of an inhospitable world that tests the limits of endurance. Number 1. HD-80606b. Meet HD-80606b, a gas giant planet that's like an exaggerated version of Jupiter. Most of the planets we've found outside our solar system are these big gas giants, sometimes even bigger than Jupiter. But HD-80606b stands out because of its crazy appearance and, well, its incredibly hot temperatures. This planet's surface looks like something out of a sci-fi nightmare, and its heat is no joke either. The temperature goes from a scorching 800 potassium, 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, 500 degrees Celsius, to a mind-blowing 1,500 potassium, 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit, 1,200 degrees Celsius, in just 6 short hours. You might think heading to the night side would offer some relief, right? Think again. But here's the twist. The night side is even hotter. HD-80606b has this weird hot spot that actually makes it cooler during the day and hotter at night. When it's sunrise, sunset, or nighttime, the temperatures soar beyond 1,500 potassium, 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit, 1,200 degrees Celsius. That's even hotter than molten rock. Scientists believe this strange hot spot is caused by intense winds that whip around the planet like a super-powered blowtorch, creating powerful shocks that superheat the atmosphere. So unless you're up for a Halloween costume that swims through poisonous gases in brutal temperatures, you might want to skip a visit to this faraway planet during the spooky season. So which one do you think is the deadliest? Let us know in the comments. With that said, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more.